Hi guys, how are you? I'm just joining here. So there's a flurry of activity over there at the Carlton Reserve. We've seen it before, but there's cadaver dogs joining the search. There was possible detection of human remains and activity going on there. So let's take a look at what's going on. I have to get to my YouTube to view my chat here. Okay. So there we go. Just want to have that. And hi, Carolyn Parrish and Buster, the two, Geraldine. We have everybody, JM, Lindy, Reby, Patty, Starflower, Ann Morrissey, Chelsea, John Masaki. All right, so let's see what we have here. We'll get right to it. Debbie D, Deborah Barron, hi, everybody coming in. Okay. So where did I just put my... Okay, there we go. So on Thursday, the K-9 unit at the Pasco County Sheriff's Office has joined in on the search for Brian Laundrie. Okay, the agency said Thursday they are assisting Northport Police, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, and the FBI at the Carlton Reserve. K-9 Diesel is trained to detect human remains. And let's see. It's important to note that the K-9 trainer drives a vehicle that says arson investigation on it, but they have not requested our arson K-9 or investigators. The trainer simply helps train the K-9s. According to the statement from the Sheriff's Office, the K-9 involved is handled by the Pasco County Forensics Investigator. And the view from Skyfox showed the team on the ground in the preserve Thursday, today. One second, Jim. I have it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's see what else we have here. See, 1 second. So, human remains detection. Let's see if we have anything else here. And that's what we just got. Okay, and there were drones. Let me see if I can get any of the... Let's go to Brian Enton for a second because... So Brian Enton said again, the Pasco County Sheriff's Office says they have one human remains detection K-9 at the Carlton Reserve right now. It's not the first time they've been called there. They've been called in a few times over the last month. Pasco County is the one of the few law enforcement offices that has a human remains detection K-9 embedded with the force, and that's why they get called. So K-9 forensics on the Venice side of the Carlton Reserve as the search continues for Brian Laundrie. Let me just put up that image for you guys right there. Okay, and then the attorney for the Laundrie family said he is representing Brian Laundrie, and you would not represent someone who is not alive. So that's from the FBI agent Jennifer Koffendorfer, who she still thinks Brian Laundrie is still alive. And so there's that search going on, and I just want to see if there's any other news. There was some footage. Let me see if I can get the... Here, hold on. Let me pull this over for a second.
Hi, I'm attorney Kelly McCullum from Rubenstein.
Okay. Well, just take a look at this. At what's going on. Come over here. Come over here. And there's no sound on this. It's just as seen overhead from Sky Fox of them searching. Hey Janice, W, hi. Jeanette, Tammy, nurse of all trades. Okay, so that's about what's going on. I don't think, I personally don't think he's there, but that is the latest there with Brian Laundrie. And let me see one other thing here. I want to just check, hold on, just let me check one. I want to check something here for a second here. Okay, I do want to, hold on, there's just something I want to show you, so just hang on for a second. Let me just pull it up. Do you remember when? Okay, hang on. Let me go over here. Okay, guys, let me just see here where. Just to find something here. Let me just see that I wanted to show you that we talked about, because they're making a big deal about it now. And we talked about this, like, I don't know, was it a week ago, 10 days ago? Let me see here. Here we go. Let me pull. I'm going to pull this over in just a second here. Just do you remember when we looked at this about, oh, I don't know, a week or 10 days ago? Well, I just want to tell you what they're doing now. Now people are saying about this right here that we looked at, this warranty deed. Saying that were they trying to liquidate some assets prior to, now that would have been, I don't know, it's a little bit far reaching for me. They may have been trying to liquidate assets, but it doesn't mean that it was for that purpose, because that would have been July 30th. At that time, they hadn't even had that traffic stop or anything for that incident. I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys that this is what is coming out now in the last couple of days. People are going crazy over this stuff. And I'm like, gosh, we did that like over a week ago. And nobody seemed to be making any big deal about it. But let me see here. I just wanted to show that. Because, it's not... They seem to, as Alley Cattails had said, flip properties. It seems to be something that they do. They buy properties, and I guess maybe more so even living in Florida, because they can buy condo units and stuff, maybe rent them out as Airbnbs or vacation rentals, stuff like that, and then flip them. So it just may be, but that's just records of that, and anybody can find that just by going to that Sarasota clerk website. Okay. And let's pull that down for a second. Hi, Tracy Thomas. But now Jimmy says he sent me. Hi, Margot. 1 second. Something over here. Let's see. So, cadaver dogs requested as the search for Brian Laundrie ramps up again in the Carlton Reserve. Investigators have added a cadaver dog as part of the ongoing exhaustive search over the 25,000-acre Florida preserve in the search for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie. Spokeswoman said the animal was provided at the request of both the FBI and the local Northport Police Department. She said her sheriff's office is the only one with that type of dog, so it is in high demand, adding that Thursday isn't the first time her office has been asked to assist in this particular investigation. The intensity of the Carlton Reserve search appeared to ramp up, according to WFLA, reporting that multiple law enforcement vehicles were spotted on the Venice end of the reserve Thursday morning, marking the first time this week the affiliate crews have seen activity at that entrance. There was a flurry of renewed activity last week, too, when Brian Laundrie's father assisted in person for the first time. Nothing's been found yet. And the Laundrie family attorney, Stephen Bertolino, said last week about the father's involvement that the snake and alligator infested water in the preserve was receding. Hopefully Brian will be located soon. Let's see. I'm going to go on another thing here. I just want to bring your attention to one second here. This is breaking on another case that we've covered, and I just want to bring that to you because there's more than just Brian Laundrie in the news. Alex Murdaugh. This, I don't know, this is reminding more and more of the staircase kind of thing. he is arrested on charges connected to that housekeeper who died at the house. That was reportedly a slip and fall, right? It doesn't seem like it was a slip and fall after all. Let me pull this over there. Let's just one sec. Okay, so Alex Murdaugh, the South Carolina attorney whose wife and son were murdered this summer, has been arrested on charges related to the death of the family's housekeeper. He was arrested on Friday on suspicion of misappropriating settlement funds connected to the 2018 death of the family housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield. Satterfield was said to die in a trip and fall incident at the Murdaugh home in February of 2018, and Alex reportedly agreed to a settlement awarding the housekeeper's sons over $4 million, but the sons said they never got the money and that Murdaugh funneled the money into a fake business. So South Carolina Law Enforcement Division SLED announced that Murdaugh had been taken into custody and is facing 2 felony counts of obtaining property by false pretenses, and said today is merely one more step in a long process for justice for the many victims in these investigations. Murdaugh remains a person of interest in the fatal shooting of his wife, Maggie Murdaugh, and his son, Paul Murdaugh. Now, this is crazy, right? Because there was no suspect, there was no big manhunt or anything when his son and wife were found shot to death on their hunting property. So this is another, 2 people he's connected to here, plus his son was due to stand trial for the death of Mallory Beach, 19, who was thrown from the boat that his son was driving while heavily intoxicated. Paul Murdaugh, yes, was awaiting trial on DUI charges connected to the boating death of 19-year-old Mallory Beach. Then we have Alex, who had this grand idea to have someone shoot him in the head so his son, his only surviving son, Buster, could receive a $10 million life insurance settlement. But he was just grazed. It wasn't even a serious wound. And that's when everything started to unravel. Found out that he was let go from his family's law firm because he was doing some funky stuff with the money, and then he went into a rehab, and now you've got these developments. So that's crazy, just what a tangled web is truly with this guy here. And there was also Maya Marcano's funeral in Florida today. She's the young girl from Orlando. And let's see, what else? Do we have any other stuff going on? I wanted to... Oh, yeah, this I did want to touch on this one. This happened at Wendy's, the fast food restaurant. A Wendy's manager in Tennessee allegedly poured hot oil on a customer who complained that their food was cold. Happened on October 6th at a Wendy's drive-thru in Huntington. Surveillance footage showed that Demarius Pritchett, 21, got a pan of hot oil from the kitchen. He returned to the drive-thru and dumped the oil on the 23-year-old customer via the drive-thru window. The customer was reportedly hospitalized for extensive burns he suffered on his left side and arm. Pritchett admitted to throwing the hot oil at the customer, but he claimed the customer had been harassing him for several weeks before October 6th. So, that sounds justified then. About a disagreement involving what? Dogs? Dogs? Hot dogs? No, dogs. Pritchett is charged with aggravated assault, currently free on bond. And the victim's mother said that her son is not doing well, but it's unclear whether he remains hospitalized. So instead of the coffee being thrown at the Dunkin' Donuts employee, this time the employee is throwing hot oil on the customers. Crazy. And that, again, is in Tennessee. That happened. Wow. Careful when complaining about cold food. And then I just, let's see, we're going through this, we might as well. Jelani Day, the mystery deepens over that. So, on here. Come on, get over there. More questions than answers remain after the body of Illinois State University graduate student Jelani Day was found last month in the Illinois River. Family members said on a Dateline in August that not hearing from Day 25 was very unlike him, after contact with him on August 25th. The family didn't hear from him again. He failed to show up for classes at ISU on August 24th, where he was studying to become a doctor, never returned for any subsequent classes. His family made several unsuccessful attempts to find him. Their calls today went straight to voicemail each time. So let me just clarify. Family members told Dateline in August that not hearing from him on August 25th was very unlike him. And I call him my bill collector child, and we did cover this when this happened. His mother Carmen said, because he just calls me and calls me nonstop several times a day, so not to hear from him in a week is very unlike him. Something's not right. Authorities announced in September that a body was found along the south bank of the Illinois River. Weeks later, a LaSalle County coroner identified the body as that of Jelani Day. So far, there has been no cause or manner of death announced, but police are treating the case as a death investigation. Jelani Day's family and their attorney says it's been weeks without answers. My son did not put himself in a river, his mother previously said. My son was murdered, and my goal and purpose are to find out what happened and hold those responsible accountable. LaSalle County coroner said that Jelani's organs decomposed and were completely liquefied because he was in the water for so long. That's according to the family attorney. But the question remains, how and why did Jelani die? An independent pathology report commissioned by Jelani's family contradicted the official autopsy report. The independent report said that Jelani's jaw appeared to have been sawed off, although the official autopsy never mentioned that, and that his eyeballs, teeth, brain, and multiple organs were missing. He also had numerous bites and marks left by fish and turtles. So his family still needs answers about Jelani's death. They're hesitant to entertain conspiracy theories, which have been running rampant on social media. The attorney said, I'm really trying to ask questions and not go down the path of a lot of conspiracy because I think it's an easy way to go. Meanwhile, the FBI Behavioral Unit started an investigation into the case, and the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office said the investigation is ongoing. So that's something we'll be following too. But yeah, there's something up with that. And again, if you're just joining, yes, Cadaver dog was called to the Carlton Reserve. It's ramped up there a little bit. It's not the first time that it's happened. Nothing's been found yet. And that's what's up with that. Okay, but this is the one I wanted to touch on now. This is another Could this be the new Casey Anthony is what they're saying here. Jocelyn Graham is accused of killing her 5-month-old daughter earlier this month in Fulton County, Illinois. Let me get her picture up here. She definitely doesn't look like a Casey Anthony where, you know, she's that made-up party girl, but she searched online for ways to get rid of her baby weeks before the infant's death. The child, Emery Lyons, reportedly died of blunt force trauma on October 7th. An autopsy found the infant had bruising on her head and face. At Jocelyn's bond hearing on Tuesday, prosecutors said that she had performed internet searches for the phrase, ways to get rid of your child. And prosecutors also claimed that a witness said that Jocelyn had expressed frustration with her child. Authorities have not released further details about the circumstances of the baby's death. A public defender reportedly said that Jocelyn is expected to enter a plea of not guilty, of course. Jocelyn's being held on $1 million bond. She is due in court for another hearing on Thursday. So let's see what happens here. Let me just see one. See if there's any more information here. She's facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. Officers, and this is the background, with the Canton Police Department were dispatched to Jocelyn's residence on Thursday, October 7th, after one of the parents called 911 to report an unresponsive child in the home. Upon arriving at the house, first responders found 5-month-old baby who was not breathing. EMS performed life-saving procedures and rushed the child to the hospital in Canton. The Canton medical personnel reportedly went to lengthy efforts in trying to save the infant's life, but they were ultimately unsuccessful. She was pronounced dead at 6:15 p.m., more than an hour after arriving at the facility. Fulton County Coroner Steve Hines identified the deceased infant as Emery over that weekend and could not release specifics regarding the cause of death, but he did note that authorities believe foul play was involved and they were treating the death as a homicide. Prosecutors on Tuesday said they believe Emery died of blunt force trauma, and an autopsy showed the girl suffered multiple contusions to the head and face. Now, on a GoFundMe page that was set up for the family of Emery's father to help pay for funeral costs, there's something that reads, on October 7th, the unthinkable happened and Cody's baby girl went to heaven. The unexpected and tragic death of Emery has left Cody to plan a funeral and services for his baby girl alone. He will need assistance not only with the services, but with living expenses for himself during this time, and he is not able to return to work just yet. Where was he when this whole thing was going on? And let me see, I'm just looking at the legal papers here. She's charged with first-degree murder, said defendant, with lawful justification and with the intent to kill. Emery Lyons inflicted blunt force trauma to the head of Emery Lyons, thereby causing the death of Emery Lyons. I don't know, it's just so crazy. not. This can't be true. Okay, so where was this Cody when this was all going on? I don't know. And then let me see if there's anything else. The mother of let me open this up. The child star, this Matthew Milner, his mother, is warning the public about how easy it is to access a substance that her son used to take his own life, and is warning other parents. Lancaster County Medical Examiner's Office said that 19-year-old Mindler died from sodium nitrate toxicity. His death has officially been labeled as suicide, and his mother, Monica, spoke to TMZ. She said she found a trail of evidence on Mindler's internet searches, including ways to obtain sodium nitrate and ways to take it to end his life without pain. The National Center for Biotechnology Information reports that sodium nitrate is a powerful oxidizing agent that causes hypotension and limits oxygen transport and delivery in the body. Although it's used as a preservative in processed meats and some cheeses, sodium nitrate can be fatal if taken inappropriately. Monica said that her son purchased the substance on Amazon, oh my gosh, for $15. She's now hoping that others will understand how easy it is to obtain this substance and look out for any warning signs. Mindler, 19, disappeared from Millersville University in Millersville, Pennsylvania in August. After his first week of college, he was last seen at 8:11 p.m. that evening, walking from the West Village's Residence Hall to the Centennial Drive parking lot. He never returned back to his room in West Village's, police said, and he never returned any calls to family and friends. When he failed to show up for classes, his mother went to the campus and filed a police report. His body was discovered on August 27th, close to campus. A few nights before he disappeared, Monica said she asked her son to come home for the weekend and relax for a few days. The next day, she tried contacting him and couldn't reach him. She learned of his death the following day. My heart is crushed and my mind cannot yet fathom this reality, she said. He leaves behind two brothers, Derek and Daniel, his parents, maternal grandmother, paternal grandparents, and numerous other family members. He's survived by the dogs he loved, River, Rylan, and Mocha. He was best known for his role in the 2011 film Our Idiot Brother. He later left the industry. So, wow, yeah, that is something parents should be thinking about, especially with all this TikTok stuff that's having kids do all kinds of crap. But that's what I have for you. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm going to go do some stuff myself, but just wanted to give you an update on that and some of the headlines. If not your parents, ask your teachers. What? What are we talking about, Freezer? Hi, Bridget. I think it needs to be addressed that if you wanted to die, then why would you want to do that? Mental health. Oh, definitely mental health issues. Yeah, definitely. But just, I think, yeah, she's trying to say how easy it is to buy this stuff online. Yeah, it's crazy. Just crazy. Sodium nitrate, which is a preservative, but used in a different way, it's in your life. So that's what we have. Let me just check with Brian and Tim before we leave, just to see if there's any kind of thing going on here. All right, there, hold on. He does have a new update, so let me read this. Let me put this over here, okay? Hang on. And I'll tell you what he's saying about this. Hold up. Okay. So this is an aerial video showing what's happening deep in the Carlton Reserve. Active search happening once again for Brian Laundrie. And Brian is going to try to go live from the reserve. And this is from 8 Plamison, Eagle 8 WFLA aerial shots of what's going on there. So let's just take another look at that. This one, I know. It's on the Venice side of the reserve. And then let me see here. There's another, also a side nugget. One of the Pasco County K-9 trainer drives a vehicle that says arson. And we just investigation on it. It's not any sort of arson investigation, just the car that the investigator is driving. Yeah. Yep. Let me just see what Walt has to say here. Hang on. Oh, Elizabeth Smart. What is she saying here? Elizabeth Smart says other victims, she speaks about Gabby Petito's case, says other victims deserve every bit as much to be found. Yeah. Let's see. Smart now advocates for child safety and oversees a foundation named after her, which aims to bring hope and end the victimization and exploitation of sexual assault through prevention, recovery, and advocacy. She recently spoke out about the case of Gabby Petito, and she said that, let's see here. I was alive, I came home. Gabby's story tragically has not ended that way, but knowing what it's like to be on the other side and potentially what might have happened and what may have led up to her final moments and understanding probably a lot of what she was feeling is heartbreaking. Well, that story is really not very similar to, because Gabby wasn't abducted. I don't know. That's not. She continues saying the worst part for her parents during her disappearance was not knowing if she was alive. She recounts asking her kidnapper that if he was going to and kill her, to do it fairly close to her house because it was important to her that her parents found her body. And no, I hadn't run away. When I think of Gabby Petito, when I think of all these other victims, I feel like they still deserve every bit as much to be found so that their stories have an ending as well. At one point, one of the hosts, Banfield Norris, who she was speaking to, had to collect herself emotionally as Elizabeth continued to tell her story. Let's see. I believe that every single person deserves to have the attention in regards to being missing. That Jada Pinkett Smith said, and Elizabeth Smart echoes her remarks, adding that she hears new stories of people who have gone missing every day throughout the last 2 decades. Are they any less worthy? Has any less of a hole been left because they're gone? No, there's somebody. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's any. After several quiet days at the Carlton Reserve, it's been confirmed that the investigation is ramped up this morning. Activity was spotted at the Venice entrance. Several law enforcement vehicles. And then you have that cadaver dog called in. Human remains detection, HRD unit, and a canine trainer were on scene to help the Northport Police Department, the FBI, and the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. It was not the first time they've been called in to assist in this investigation. We have sent the HRD canines a few times and patrol canines a few times. For more insight, we're one of only 2 law enforcement agencies in Florida that have the HRD canines in-house, so we're often requested to assist in that aspect across the state. Wednesday officially marked 1 month since Laundrie's parents say they last saw Brian Laundrie. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't look like there's anything with, let me just check with Brian 1 second. See if he did anything new there. No, so that's it. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep you there anymore. But if anything happens, I don't think they'll find anything. I really don't. I don't think he's there. Hi, Michelle K. Sorry you missed the movie. They ended up watching The Shining last night. Don't ask that. Roots decided he wanted to watch The Shining. I don't know if everyone made it to the end. Hi, Robin Lane. This person knew the people Gabby ran off to stay with following the incident and had told them about what happened. Yeah, hi, Penny Sue. Yep, lots of stuff. Hi, Kathy Baleo. Hi, Sully. How are you? What is fake? The what are you guys talking about? Are you guys talking about people leaving comments on like Instagram saying they knew each other? Yeah, no, I don't believe that. I think the story from the classmate is a bunch of BS. I believe like maybe it's a classmate, but I don't think any way they were close friends and all of this that they're afraid that Brian's going to call them and ask them to help. Yeah, I think that's a bunch of BS. I'm sorry, that's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. Hi, Doug Parker. Hi, Ann Cheevers. Hi, Carol Plant. Nurse of all trades, S. Sparks. Hi there, York Hill. Tracy Harrison. Hi, Sarah. Bergstrong, everybody. I'm Michael. Hi there. Robbity Bob. Pharaohs. So, no, you didn't get too far into the movie. Too scary. I don't think I've ever watched that movie all the way to the end. I've been on and off. Hi, Oliver. Good to see you. I haven't seen you. Hi, Wendy. Everybody's always asking about you here. Jeanette. Hi, Amy. You really want to work remotely? Tina Bina. Hello there, Tina Bina. Hi, Aurora. Hi, Erica. Jennifer, how are you? Trying to see who. Sure, it's different in the daytime. Sometimes you see a lot of people that we don't see at night. Jennifer, soak up. Ash Lewis. Bridget, I think I got you. Barbara, how are you? Annette. Robert Kim. Nancy Britt. That's as far as I can go back right now. Sarah Holly, how are you? Sarah Holly says the world is a scary place. Lovely chatting to you. The nurse. Elizabeth Gray, Penny Sue. Okay, so that's about the size of it. Hi, Lisa and Nia. You're going to jump off? I'm going to jump off too. I'm going to jump off now too. Hi, 80s girl. I hope you're okay. But I'll jump off too now. I'm going to go get some stuff done, and then I've got to go. We have a game. Luke's got a game, soccer game, so we're going to be trotting off to that a little bit. Yeah. Hi, Nana Patty. Hope you're okay. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me for a few minutes going over that. Hi, Kim Miller. Oh, Kim, wait, you changed your name back completely right now? Okay. All right, good. It's, yeah, once I get used to... Hi, Raina. How are you? Oh, gosh, everybody's coming in now. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, hope so. All right, everybody have a good day. Bye-bye now. Let's see. Okay, and I'll end it there. I'll end that.